Hey there, it's Dawn Clevisall with Stress Free Bookkeeping. Thank you for joining me. This is episode 8 of Stress Free Bookkeeping TV. Last week, I did skip the episode, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that a little bit today. So, one of my kids wasn't feeling good, and if you're a mom, you probably know this could happen to dads too, I guess, but it seems in my family, it's usually mom's responsibility to get up in the night with the kids. They'll come over to me. They don't ever go near my husband at all. So, as a mom, I don't sleep all that much or all that well. And last week, I actually had kids that were homesick when I normally broadcast, and we had no sleep, and it was just ridiculous. So we went ahead and just postponed that episode until this week. But that's why I wanted to talk to you today about overwhelm. And there's 4 different things that I've realized over the course of the last week dealing with these feelings myself that I thought would be good tips to share with you today. So if you're anything like me, you probably take on too much. And if you're also like me, you don't realize how much you've taken on. So ever since we had our first child, and it was about 13 years ago, and we moved to Arizona about 12 years ago because my sister said she'd watch my daughter, and then I was able to get a schedule where I had 3-day weekends. So it was really awesome because one of the days a week I had, her all to myself. But not long after that, I decided to start my own business. So I do work from home. But even before that started, it was hard to do all of the things as far as getting the house clean, keeping up with things, and work, and take care of the child and all that. And I think I just kind of accepted that as that's the way it is. And this week has really taught me that it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, it currently is that way, I'll be honest. It's, it's not like changing my thought about it really changes the exact, everything that's happening. But I often forget that I'm in control. That it is, I don't want to say responsibility, but actually, I did hear something, and I don't know who to give credit to. It was responsibility, your response, and your ability. So it was like, here's a situation that we have, maybe the laundry is not getting done, or you have this other project or something that's just not getting done. Well, you're in control of your response, and then you have to look at your ability to respond. So it's like, okay, this thing needs to get done. Am I able to do it? Well, yes, I can do that. That's, that's something that I can do. So I do it. But what I realized, it's really hard to do all of the straightening up and laundry and dishes and all that and work all the time and do that deep cleaning. So my idea is, okay, well, I am in control of it. So first off, I'm going to start downsizing, simplifying. I don't need as much stuff as we have. None of us need as many things as we have, especially in this state where a lot of us are just on the electronics. The kids play games on the electronics, or they're outside playing with each other. So they don't even really play with a lot of the toys and stuff. So they can, downsize their thing. They've been working on that. But in my area, not only downsizing the amount of things that we have, but also the responsibilities and the things that I'm willing to take on. So that's kind of where all of this is coming from. But my first step really was to not keep it all in. So to share your feelings. So step 1 to trying to deal with the overwhelm is share your feelings. So having my daughter home was hard, not because I don't want to hear, because actually, I'll tell you a secret, I don't mind when they're homesick because I like having them around. We hang out, especially if it's just one of the kids, because then it's like this one-on-one time that you usually don't get. But what I missed out on were the times when my sister would come over during the week and hang out, and I'd get a chance to kind of let her know what's going on, how I'm feeling, and things like that. So that's something that, I didn't want to get her sick or my mom sick. So that kind of led to me being able to realize, okay, I'm doing way too much, because without them coming over, I didn't have that kind of outlet, even just to take a breath, relax, do what I need to do kind of thing. So they were over yesterday, so yay, I got to talk to my sister. So share your feelings. So I sat down with her and I just told her what was going on, and if that means that you need to cry, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. I just had a chance to tell her. While we were talking, my husband came home and he realized I was a little bit upset, and so it opened up a conversation there where he was asking, what's going on, how are things going, because when you're trying to be strong for someone else, like when the kids are sick and stuff, I personally do not take care of myself the way that I need to. So that's something that I'm working on as well. Actually, I probably could have done 5 steps and that take care of yourself. But I did notice that, because my daughter would say, but Mom, did you eat? Like, no, I forgot. I keep forgetting because I'm running in here and I'm working on these projects that I'm doing for work. And then I take a break. Okay, does anyone need anything? You guys need food? And just, the mayhem, crazy stuff. And then somehow in between that, getting everything else, the dishes cleaned and the laundry. And honestly, for me, the dishes are the one that end up taking a back seat, and it drives me absolutely crazy to have that. So step 2 is to ask for help. So that's where, for me, I think I'm going to get it so that we can just focus on keeping everything straightened out. Hire someone else to clean it. I can't squeeze in one more thing to do. And like I said, if you are in this situation, you probably completely understand this. There's only so much of me to go around. And I'm currently not spending any time doing anything for me. And somehow I have to be in this equation too. I think you can only give so much, and then step 4 is to not take it personally. I noticed when my daughter was sitting on the couch and she's got a stomach ache and she's not feeling good, and I noticed it wasn't fazing my husband at all. Not that he didn't feel bad that she was sick, but he definitely wasn't beating himself up like I was. I definitely had a lot of talk going on in my head that was along the lines of, I'm not a good mom. I can't, I'm not able to fix this thing immediately. I've, pulled out all my bad good tricks, done, everything I would normally do. And we weren't seeing any improvement. And I was really beating myself up about it. And, now I realize that's not, looking at him and realizing that guys don't do that. The guys I know don't beat themselves up. They don't take it personally when it's not a personal thing. And my sister was saying that we could probably stand to learn a lot about having fun from them because I just find that we have a harder time relaxing, and they don't seem to have a hard time doing that at all. So don't take it personally, because then you end up in that loop of negative self-talk where you're just driving yourself crazy. So don't do that. And then step 4 is a technique that I learned in a networking group a while back, is to set up your perfect day. So I bought, because it was really cute, and we were at Michael's, they had these inserts that go into your planner that had the hour listed out, and then like your to-do list on one side. And I told my sister, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take these papers and we're going to sit down. Once I get the kids are all out of the house at school, we're going to take some time and we're going to put down, like, plan our day, what we would like to be able to do. Because what happens with me is, part of the reason I'm not taking care of myself, I'd like to go to the gym, but then other people's schedules and time frames seem to always pull me their way, and if I'm not really careful about setting up that schedule, then I'm on their time frame instead of on mine. And so, when I want to go to the gym at 10 o'clock in the morning, but someone wants to have a conversation or something, I've been putting that aside. So honestly, this forum, what it's for, is really making sure that you don't over obligate yourself and that you're only doing the things you really want to do. And so we're going to be doing that. So it doesn't have to be a fancy paper like the one that we found, but you just want to write out, every day, because every day is different. I don't know about you, but for me, every day is different. So a Saturday is totally different than a Wednesday, and a Thursday is totally different. It can even be different from week to week, but they're typically the same day of the week. So just pick one day, start out, what time would you, ideally, when you get up, what do you do first thing? Because, you see things online where there's people that they're, meditating in the morning, or they're reading their Bible in the morning, or they're doing things for themselves. And it's like, how do you fit that kind of stuff in? For me, I'm not a morning person, so that is like the worst lousy idea. For me, I have to get up and throw myself in the shower first thing in the morning, or my day's not going to work the way that I want it to. I just have a really hard time waking up if I don't take a shower first thing. So it's kind of, about knowing you and your schedule, and your plan doesn't have to be anything like anyone else's. It just doesn't have to. It's tailored to you. So really set up the perfect schedule, and cut out anything that's not fitting into that. For example, I am on the PTO at school. I'm the treasurer for the PTO. So ideally, I would like to not, I got to follow my own advice, right? Ideally, can be time consuming and take a lot of time. So that going back to asking for help, I called the president just before we got on this broadcast today, and just talked to her and said, I feel like resigning my position at the next meeting. And she said, no, I don't want you to do that, because I feel like they're doing so much. The other board members are more engaged and doing stuff like at the school and this and that. And I just know from my week that I've had, I cannot do it. So by talking to her, I was able to discover that she's okay with me not doing those things. That even though, I see them talking about it and whatnot, she doesn't expect me to do that. She wants me to do, the book part that they don't understand how to do. That's what she expects me to do. And she even mentioned take me off the email list for those projects, or the group text related to that's causing me all this extra, angst and anxiety, because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to this thing and I can't go because, I got all these other things going on. So it was really nice, like I said, to have that conversation and know that it's okay to not have to basically do it the way that I've been doing it, which I've been enjoying. So I don't have to cut it out entirely. I can still help and do the thing that I want to do, but without the added pressure now because of her. So I just really appreciate that. And anything else? Let's see. So share your feelings, ask for help. Don't take it personally. Don't internalize what's going on. And then set up a perfect schedule for yourself. Again, it can be 7 different schedules, 30 different schedules. That sounds overwhelming, but whatever works for you on different days. Or you could be like, okay, when we have soccer days, these are the perfect schedule that I would like. Like, I'd like to be here at this time, do this, that, and the other thing. And it just gives you that framework so that you can cut out the things that aren't fitting in there. Because right now you may not even see it. I'm telling you, like, until this week, when I had to add basically many nights of not sleeping and many days of being completely attentive to somebody else, really realize I have to be able to do that. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to be up with the kids when they need me. I want to be able to be on the couch with them if they need me to be holding their hand on the couch. And that needs to be able to fit into my schedule by me setting my perfect schedule and being flexible enough in there, knowing that I'm going to be getting things done maybe earlier enough in the month so that it's not an issue once something like this happens. So that did kind of help, because I have been really, really good at scheduling my work. So it was easy for me to maneuver things around and not get too far behind on that. So there was that kind of thing. So if you are overwhelmed, I hope that these tips have helped you. That will give you an idea of how to maybe kind of pull yourself out of the overwhelm and do some things that for you that will make you just feel better about life. And I also wanted to mention that we do have a Facebook group. It's called Stress Free Bookkeeping Social Club. And you can just search groups for Stress Free Bookkeeping Social Club. It's in the link. I'll make sure that I type it in so that you have it if you want to look it up. Join us there. We can talk more about this topic over there. And also, if you have questions, if you're doing your own bookkeeping and you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't know X, Okay, well, come over, join us, hop in, ask your question, and let's get you back to doing the things that you're comfortable with and you know what to do. So step 2 is for you. Ask for help, and we're here to help you. So have a great day, and we'll see you next week. Same time. It's usually 9:45 on Thursday afternoons or mornings. Thanks. Bye.